Welcome back to Space Patrol 2100 Retro. I am your host, Shiraz Shasta. Today I bring you part 2 of episode 1, entitled The Swamps of Jupiter. Previously, we saw Colonel Rayburn order Captain Dart to investigate why a scientific party stationed on Jupiter had lost all contact with Space Patrol. In part 2, Dart, Husky and Slim take off from Earth in Galasphere 024. Watch for the checklist scene before takeoff, which includes gamma rays on, Yoba rays on. Concerning all things related to science, NASA lists gamma rays as having the most energy of any wave in the electromagnetic spectrum, whereas Yoba rays were a power source engineered by the creative minds of Roberta Leigh and staff. Now, prepare for blastoff. I hope you enjoy.
I never thought I'd be seeing this corridor again so soon.
Neither did I.
It's a pity Rayburn didn't contact us before we landed. Then we could have gone straight to Jupiter.
We'd still have had to come back. We couldn't go on a journey like this without getting our Galasphere rechecked. You check off first, Slim.
Galasphere 024 calling Central Control. Closing inner vacuum door.
Central Control to Galasphere 024. Inner vacuum door now closed.
Primary drive functioning.
Check.
Orbital drive on.
Check.
Interplanetary overdrive on. Everything's ready, Captain.
Fine. Husky?
Orbital speed 0 to 20,000 miles an hour.
Speed maintained.
Scanner viewer working.
Check.
Astro beam working.
Check.
Gamma rays on. Yoba rays on. All in order, Captain. I'm ready.
Thanks. Galasphere 024 to Central Control. Ready for final check. Automatic course control on.
Check.
Gravity freezing cabin on.
Check.
Meson power on.
Meson power slow and not too steady. Meson power not picking up. What's your weight?
289,000 pounds.
Recheck weight, please. You're too heavy.
We've extra equipment on board for possible Jupiter landing. I'll switch on weight controllers. How is it now?
Meson unit gaining speed. All in order. Ready to lift.
Takeoff program starting now. Speed 5,000 miles an hour rising. Space velocity maintained.
Course deviation negligible.
How does Earth look, Husky?
Partially hidden by cloud, but there's a good view of Australia.
Relax, boys. The worst is over. We better get into the freezer.
How long is it for this time?
The whole journey.
The whole journey? But why?
Because we're keeping 10G acceleration for half the trip.
Let's come out of the freezer for the last half.
Galasphere 024 calling control. We're going into the freezer. I'm setting automatic time control to operate for 24 days, 12 hours. If an emergency arises, please use your Zergon ray to switch off our time control.
Message received and noted.
Time control's on. Come on, boys.
I hate going into the freezer. It's like being unconscious.
While our body is at a subnormal temperature, our degenerative processes are halted.
Mine aren't. I always wake up hungry.
Slim means that while we're in deep freeze, we don't get any older. Now come on, Husky. We're starting to gain speed, and we're going to feel pretty uncomfortable if we're not in the freezer.
Oh, and I brought a snack along to eat.
Husky, did that cake go through contamination?
Sure it did. There's not a germ on it.
Well, you can eat it when we're in orbit around Jupiter.
In 3 weeks' time, the cream will be sour.
Take the cake into the freezer with you.
What a good idea.
The Swamps of Jupiter was the pilot episode of Space Patrol. To save money, a common practice of the show was to reuse stock footage. The takeoff checklist sequence we just watched was often reused in future episodes. This resulted in continuity errors, of which Galasphere 347 is erroneously referenced as Galasphere 024 during takeoffs from the planet Earth. Thank you for watching Part 2. Please join me for Part 3. For Space Patrol 2100 Retro, I am Shiraz Shasta. I wish you a virtuous reality. Please hit the like and subscribe button.